Quillan, congratulations on the victory. I guess, my UFC debut went about as perfect as you can go, and then 15 very hard-fought minutes for your second fight. So just how happy are you with the performance in there?
Oh, yeah, I'm super stoked, but, I think I jinx myself every time. Last time out, I expected a war, and I got a pretty quick finish, and this time I expected to get him out of there, and I went through a, hard-fought battle. So, next time I'm going to expect a war, and hopefully I second-guess myself again.
What did you see from his game that led you to think that would be kind of a quicker night, or was it just his confidence in what you could bring to the table?
Yeah, I think for me, I was just like, I'm going to land that right hand again. I'm going to put him out, but I just never landed anything super clean. Like I landed some nice shots, but they kind of glanced off him. I think I kind of stunned him a little bit with a few shots, but once I started to grapple, and then once my arm started to obviously fill up with a bit of blood, and the game plan was, I got to wrestle a bit more because my arms are too tight to strike now. So that's kind of the way it goes.
Well, it was incredibly impressive wrestling in there. I mean, Daniel Cormier kind of started the fight. He was kind of poking fun at Australian wrestling, saying when he was
grapple.
He said it when he was matched up with Australians, he considered it a bye. But then by the end of the fight, I think by the end of the fight you won him over, especially with those slams and everything in there. So I guess just how much wrestling did you put in this camp in general?
Our roots at the gym date back, like our wrestling roots. Like my coach's coach was Brian Ebersol, who was D1 wrestler over here, and he moved over to Oz and then took my coach under his wing. So now he's my grand coach. So it was just passed down the lineage. We wrestle hard at our gym. So us Aussies can definitely wrestle.
And by the end of the fight, it seems like maybe the cardio had kind of kicked in. The commentary said it looks like you were getting a little tired in there. He was landing some good shots. So by the end of the fight, was it just the cardio catching up to you, or did he landing some stuff? I guess what was going on in there?
Yeah, I think it was more just like the cardio. My arms were pretty gassed at that point, and then at the last round, he started to pick up a bit of steam. Like he knew what he needed to do to win. He pressed forward and stopped actually like grappling with me and trying to take me down, and made me shoot off the back foot, which made it easier for him to stuff the shots. And I heard his corner say when he tied up with me to like don't grapple with him, and straight away he broke off and started striking. I was like, like I knew that he knew, and he exactly what he needed to do to try to win. He was very he was a good fighter that listens to his cornerman, so that makes him a dangerous fighter. And I just had to stick in there and just fucking give it my best shot, and I got out of there with the win.
I think that was Daniel Cormier. He was talking because he was
coaching him.
I don't think he just said get out of like disengage. He said at that top.
Yeah, because I thought I was gonna say like I don't think his corner team speaks English so much, and I was like, how can I understand that? Like, it was Daniel Cormier, and he listened to him. He heard him.
Because I guess he had the same coach as Habib when he would come to the States, so there might have been some. I don't know, but
that's right.
So I guess what do you want next for your career? I know there's this big fight night in Perth.
That's 100% what I want next. Heard rumours that it's September, so that gives me good time to I'm not too banged up after this one, so it gives me a few weeks to kind of heal my little bumps and bruises and get straight back in there and get into prep.
And then just last one for me, you want to fight in Perth, and you made your debut in Sydney, then you come to Newark. Do you like this fighting all over the world, meeting new fans, or do you kind of want to stay in?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I do it. Like I get to, a good perk of this job is getting to travel around and seeing the world. And one of the bucket list destinations was obviously to come over here, and obviously got to go check out, actually New York City, which was one of the bucket list, spots for me to actually go and see, and I got to do that this week. And this is why I do this. Like I love traveling around, get to perform, getting paid to do it. It's worth every penny, this sport.
On the other side of things, I know DC was, like you said, being a little cheeky there, but they also kind of mentioned your name already with like the likes of Robert Whitaker and Alexander Volkanovski and Jack Della Maddalena. I guess what does that mean? 2 fights in that you're already in the same sentence as these guys?
Yeah, they put us on the map, obviously. So. When they see another guy like me coming up through the ranks, their success puts more eyes on me, which everyone obviously gets to build off that. So obviously without them, I wouldn't be getting as much, say, recognition as I would be. Everyone knows now that the talent pool in in Australia, especially now in Perth, is becoming next level, and we're forced to be dealt with.
Where does your mustache rank in UFC pound for pound?
It's number one pound for pound, probably only second to Don Fry. That's he's always going to be
all of
number
MMA
one.
history,
So
including.
I'm a second place compared to him.
Love it. Thank you.
That's it.
Over here. You're a highly technical fighter. Mm-hmm. Which established fighter would you say your style most closely resembles?
Man, I'm not sure. I've always, coming up through the sport, I've always really liked and looked up to kind of Zabit. So I've always tried to, kind of emulate his style in terms of his ability to mix things up. He's a bit more flashy than I've been, but I'm trying to get up there with the flashy stuff. So hopefully one day when I start, throwing some spinning stuff, I'll be, my style will be a bit more closer towards his.
Over here, just one from me. I saw you lost half of your bonus from your last fight at the blackjack table.
Wait.
How important was it to put on a banger to get your money back? Perhaps a fight of the night bonus?
I hope so. I want to blow it again. So if they better not give me it. No, give me it.
Quillan right here, two real quick. So you were hurt. It seemed like you were hurt a little bit in round 3. How was his power compared to some of your previous opponents, and how badly hurt were you?
I think I was just more tired than anything. Like he hit me, and I had a bit of jelly leg just from all the grappling exchanges. But I was there the whole time. Like none really rocked me too bad. I think I've been rocked more before in some of my more previous fights. But yeah, I was very cautious of him, swinging wild. Especially last round, he started coming forward and swinging, and I was like, oh shit, don't get too close to one of them because they'll take me out if one lands clean.
So you're 2-0 in the UFC now. Are you ready for a ranked matchup soon, or do you want some more time to rise through the ranks?
I'll take anyone at the moment. I don't really care. Like I'm a bit of a casual. I don't really know who's in my division other than some of the guys that are ranked. So any name that gets presented forward, I'm just going to say yes, and I'll figure out who they are afterwards. Cheers.